Alright, hello everybody, it's Ulan Gaming here with General Spades. New patch just came out. Yeah, he's here too. New patch just came out, and we're trying to see if we can beat everybody else in getting a patch note video up. This is full of Mexico changes.
Speed racers when it comes to patch note news, baby. Let's go.
So we just went straight down the civilization balance because that's what everybody is interested in. Revolutionaries and pedards have been nerfed in the Commerce Age, which I'm not entirely sure how impactful this is, except that I know it affects Mexico and nobody else, and so it's just a reduction to their units. So I'm cool with that. I don't really have any other comments on that. Do you, Chase?
Well, petards. I mean that affects everybody, right? The petard rush.
Well, it's Commerce Age. No other civ has access to pedards in Commerce Age except Mexico.
Then I have no other comments.
Okay. Starting units adjusted as follows. This is huge to me. It says they have 6 villagers, no change, 300 food down to 400. I don't know if you guys know this, but I made a post on the Reddit complaining about how they should have 100 less starting food like 2 days ago in the Reddit for Age of Empires, so this is really good to see. It says 100 wood, no change, but that's incorrect because they start with 200 wood normally. So we have Chase over, Spades over here. He's got the game pulled up, and so he's going to help us test out some stuff and read stuff. So could you just open and see what the starting resources are?
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably up to date in terms of like patch.
Oh, I don't know if I've actually patched my Steam, so I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if I've actually patched the game.
Probably did it automatically for me. I guess we'll find out though. Okay,
You'll find out
a skirmish right now.
Yeah, pretty quickly, depending on whether or not you have 300 or 400 food. It also doesn't mention the cow in the starting units, so I'm not entirely... But it does mention the settlers.
The cow. I have 200 wood, so I guess I haven't run a patch yet.
How much food do you have?
1, 2, 3 crates.
Three food crates? Okay, so you do have the patch.
So
the patch...
I guess that makes sense, yeah.
So the patch notes are incorrect. You still have 200 wood, not 100
You still have 200 wood. You still have your 100 coin. You still have your cow.
Okay. So they just got lowered by 100 food, which is something that I was actually complaining about in that post, so that makes me happy. Units and buildings. The Saltador, the Age 2 stealth skirmisher with 17 base attack, that's absolutely nuts. Speed reduced to 4.25 from 4.5, which puts it in line with the state militia now, I believe.
And they go 33%. They go at 33% their normal speed? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yes, they go at 33% their normal speed instead of 50% while they're in stealth. Okay. Which is super good to see. I don't really understand why Mexico needs to have a stealth skirmisher with high base damage available in Age 2, but whatever.
Why are stealth skirmishers even a thing?
Insurgente Nerf, they just got 1 siege reduced, and that's it. Chinacos, now their multiplier against all cavalry got changed to just hand cavalry, and they also got a multiplier against shock infantry to match it.
Shock infantry. Yep. So same thing. Okay.
Haciendas.
Probably good. This is big.
Yeah, this is really big. So the hit points have been reduced to 3,500 from 5,000, which is
need to be walls.
Insane. They had as much health as the frickin' state capital with the United States. It's ridiculous.
Good change for sure.
The trickles, the base trickles, have been halved for both food and coin.
Good.
Yeah,
probably
really fucking good.
Run, that's really good. Improved placement rules, interesting.
Should no longer be possible to place buildings on the crops, which would occasionally block villagers from working. Oh, that's weird. Well, whatever, that's been fixed.
So you could put a house in the middle of the hacienda.
Yeah.
Frame. Mm-hmm. Interesting. I've never seen that.
So all of the dance hall theater stuff that reduced population costs for outlaws has been reverted to reduce by 2 instead of 1. However, just because of the gunslinger population increase from 3 to 4, this still means that you're not going to be able to get one population gunslingers. But it does mean that it does, however, mean that outlaws will once again be usable in the endgame.
I was about to say that helps your your mercenary outlaw USA strat, doesn't it?
It does.
Quite
yes,
a bit.
It does.
Oh, they got rid of a falconet from the Los Colorados battalion.
Which, thank fuck, because that card was ridiculous. 9 Soldado and 1 Falconet in Age 4. So
yeah, and the fact that you could get to Age 4 in 7 minutes.
Yeah, well, but you're
7 minutes, you got 2 Falcons.
You're gonna see a little below chase. That's changed too.
Oh, I haven't read these yet, by the way.
I have.
Viewers,
He has.
I have not read these. I'm reading these one by one as they show up.
All right, so Renegade Comanche moved to the Fortress Age, ships 11 Horse Archers up from 9. So this was obviously the Comanche Horse Archer card. It's very similar to the one the United States has. I know a lot of these cards that ship these units, these native units also provide stealth. Does it say that it adds any special bonus, Chase, to the card?
In the card, okay, I'm gonna have to quit out and take a look at the deck really quick. What card am I looking at again?
Renegade Comanche. It should be in the Fortress Age now.
Renegade Comanche in the 4th Age.
Fortress Age.
3rd Age, sorry. It ships how many Comanche now? I'm just looking
11.
for the number.
11. It should be towards the bottom.
Yeah, I found it. Inflict more damage to villagers than usual. Comanche Horse Archer.
Okay, so it reduces
0.75 to all damage.
So it reduces the negative multiplier against settlers. Got it. So that's been moved to the Fortress Age. I don't know if anybody ever actually used that anyways, but regardless, if you did,
that is a pretty powerful shipment. 9 Horse Archers, Age 2.
Yeah, that is really powerful. But regardless, whether or not you did, it's gone now. So fuck you. Fuck you.
Too bad. But that's what they did. They swapped it with the
Navajo, which is down to 10 from 11, which is still quite a bit, if you ask me.
Yeah.
What does the special bonus the Navajo dudes get for that shipment?
In Age 2, the Renegade Navajo, still just more damage to villagers than usual.
Okay, got it. Independence movements. This is the card that reduced revolt costs. It has been nerfed to reduce it from 20% to 20% from 25%, which I know a lot of people didn't even use this card much anyways, but they might now once they see, even with this nerf, once they see the below changes.
I mean, that still saves a considerable amount of resources, like when you're going back to Age 4.
Yeah.
And 20% of 2,000 food and 1,200 coin is a significant margin.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call it, a few hundred.
Palace of Interbide is the card that gives your town center a cannon attack, regardless of whether or not you have villagers in there. Apparently, previously, it used to increase attack just like a normal town center shot with every villager, but it used to not cap at 10.
No wonder. Oh my goodness! I played 2 games against a Mexico player that shipped that first, and I tried to rush in, and I just got destroyed. Probably because he had his entire population of settlers in there, and
so
there wasn't a cap.
Palace of Interbide has been nerfed hard.
It's been fixed.
Yeah, 12 Insurgentes now ships 11.
Okay.
Plan of Veracruz. This is the card that transforms all of your outposts into falconets. It now reduces artillery line of sight less.
Wait, did it decrease artillery line of sight improvement? Oh, so it adds +4 instead of +7.
Exactly.
Okay.
17.
Wait, Mexico has a 14 fishing boat shipment.
Well, they do now. It used to be 17.
That's insane.
They also now have access to the 5 villager shipment, which I know a lot of people probably won't use anyways, but hey, it's an option. Tlaxcala Textiles. This was like the OP Hacienda boom card, where you would get 6 Haciendas and ship 18 settlers. Well, it's been nerfed rather significantly. If the effects have been changed to ships 2 settlers, each new and existing hacienda spawns 2 settlers. So with 6 haciendas, you ship this and you get 14 instead of 18, which is notably less. It's still a lot, but it's notably less.
That's with 6. We were doing it with 5 and getting a
15.
massive pop.
Yeah, we were doing it with 5 and getting it with 15 in a lot of our strategies.
And now you have to have 6 and you get 14.
Yep.
Wow.
So that's going to adjust. That's going to all of these changes you're going to see later are going to heavily adjust what we the strategy that we have.
Yeah, the two strats that we have that we've used most commonly are changing drastically.
Yeah, you don't even know the half of it. Tlaxcala Alliance is the other card available with it. No longer enables Christian schools to be researched. Instead enables Tlaxcala Initiation, which is a 100% Explore Attack and HP upgrade, which I don't know how many people are ever going to use that.
And it costs 200 wood and 200 coin?
Yeah. It's pretty expensive for not so great of an effect.
Yeah,
it's
about that one.
It's 500 HP.
Anyways,
it's 500 HP and 12 attack.
The crazy part is like this is a lot of changes. How they had to know that they were gonna have to make a bunch of these changes already when they released the Civ. Like this isn't like, oh look what we did. We fucked up. Let's this is how we do it. Like this is a lot of changes.
It is. I don't really know, but up next is Cuatrero Haciendas, which is the card that enables haciendas to support population. It also comes with the hacienda wagon. Previously, it used to say that it made each of them provide 20 population, but each of them only actually provided 15. Now they support 20 population each as intended.
Okay, fixed, I guess. Cinco de Mayo.
It's from a specific age 5.
Oh, gotcha.
So can you figure out what that card is? Oh, wait, well, actually, I guess you won't be able to see exactly... Oh, what it used to be. But, fixed a bug where the 4 auras would stack. Oh, I think this is the card that makes it so that your units would fight stronger next to forts. Is what it is.
Oh, gotcha.
So they used to stack. That's really funny.
That's awesome.
Increased aura range to 32.
6, wow. Gotcha. Okay. Revolutions.
Here we go. This is the fun part. Revolution costs in age. Revolution costs in age 2. Both of them. You'll see below. Got increased to 400 from 300 of each resource.
Okay. So before, with proper macro, you could get with 15 villagers. You could get exactly 300 food, wood, and coin exactly once you hit age 2. And if you wanted to, you could immediately revolt. Like, you'd spend less than a second in age 2 and you would revolt immediately and then just take the time to that it took to revolt. And that was the only time you spent in age 2. So you're going to have to spend a considerable amount longer now gathering resources with 15 villagers.
Something else of note is the advanced revolt card that reduces the cost from 25 to 20%. This will make it so that sending that card to reduce the cost of your revolt will result in them costing 320 resources apiece, which is more than it was without the card in the previous patch.
Correct.
And also, this one is big. They changed the return cost to 1250 of each resource instead of 2,000 and 1,200.
Oh, that's interesting.
Which is a hell of a lot more resources.
Yeah.
That's 3,750 resources to return to the industrial age. So with this, all of your 7-minute fast revolt strategies are dead. Fast industrial strategies are dead in the water. You're gonna be a lot
since
longer.
Wood cost takes a lot longer to gather.
Exactly.
So that's good. That's a good change. Absolutely a good change. And I like that it costs all 3 resources, just like revolting costs all 3 resources.
I agree.
Okay, good. No more 7-minute. That was broken beyond all belief.
Okay, up next, Santa Maria's Fire, which is part of the Central America, now ships 4 Soldados down from 5. I do believe that this is the card that makes it so that every shipment that comes afterwards comes to the Petard, if I'm not mistaken.
Do you want me to try and check real quick?
Yeah, you can hop in there.
That I'll be able to see that in. Oh no, I have to have a Revolt deck, don't I?
No, you just revolt to Central America and it gives you the Central America cards.
Yeah, I know, but I can't see that in like the tech tree.
Oh, yeah. I do believe it's one of the federal cards that you get from the revolt.
Okay. Santa Maria's Fire. We are going to...
Is it the one I'm thinking of where it gives you a Petard?
Hold on one sec. Speed always wins.
It does always win.
Revolt to Central America. And Santa Maria's Fire.
I think it's one of the federal cards at the top.
Ships 4 Soldados. You receive a free Petard with every future shipments.
Okay, that's
starting
what
with this one. Yes. Okay.
Infinite 7 Revolutionaries now ship 6, and remember they have reduced stats now by an extra 5%. We saw that at the very beginning. Central America Infantry card, the Central America Cavalry card. These are the cards that enable your your veterancy upgrades for your infantry and cavalry. They've had a cost reduction to 250 of each instead of 500, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Baja California. See, it got the same cost changes as Central America.
Same cost changes. We get 3 post wagons, so I could have 2 outposts, or an outpost and 2 trade posts, which is good.
Yep.
Again, cost increased. Okay.
Baja California Territory card affects tweet. I don't know what this card used to be. Do you know what this card used to be?
The interesting thing about the cost changes to return, at least for Baja California, is that you don't get to keep your villagers.
Mm-hmm. It makes it even harder to return with Baja California than it was before. It's even more of a all-in than it used to be.
Baja California territory. I don't remember what that did before, to be honest with you.
Well, I can tell you what it does now. It ships 3 settlers and turns all your haciendas into Japanese shrines.
Oh my god! And foreign investment. The infinite 600 coin card.
That's what that was? Oh, it can only be sent twice now!
That was the infinite 600 coin card that auto-deposited into your bank.
Wow.
So the filibuster rush is dead. It is dead because that's how that strat went.
Yeah.
That strat was, 600 coin, factory, land, or soldier of fortune, and then you just spam 600 coin.
Now it might not be dead, but you're gonna have to find new ways to go about it now.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is the filibusters can gather coin, so I mean,
can they really?
Market and everything, yeah.
Huh, I did not know that.
With the market and everything, you'll be all right, I suppose. But like,
Chase plays a little bit more Mexico than I do. Yeah, Chase plays a little bit more Mexico than I do. Yucatan. So this was an age 3 revolt. Its return to Mexico cost has changed to 3,000 of each resource, just like everything else.
Oh my god, that's even more resources. Like 1250 that's only 400 and math is hard. 550 more resources to go back. But
yeah.
This is, 8,000 versus 9. I guess that's 1,000 resources more. Okay.
It says no longer makes factory upgrades for you. I'm not sure if this was a thing that Yucatan listed before, but in whatever case, it doesn't do it anymore.
Sure it did.
Okay.
Pretty sure it did, yeah.
Solus Shredder's card. I'm not. This is the card that gives the wood toggle. That has been reduced, not halved like the food and coin, but down to 6.5, which still makes it the highest base of the trickles. Interestingly enough, where it used to be food.
Fixed a bug while returning to Mexico would improve the Hacienda wood toggle gather rate.
Yeah, apparently that was the thing.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
By 33% too. That would put it up to that would put it up to
good.
1 per second.
Yeah.
Insurgentes no longer gain plus 10 HP upon revolting. They only gain plus 10% attack and the lasso charged ability. Because that was the Yucatan bonus, is that all your Insurgentes transformed into Yucatan Insurgentes.
Inspiring flag gather rate. So the inspiring flag increased gather rates with Yucatan.
Hold on, let me see. Where are you looking at this?
I'm reading down further.
Oh, okay. Mayan supporters card effects change to ships 6 Hulkan Javelineers and 6 Yucatano Insurgentes. Insurgentes gain 10% more hit points, and it no longer allies you with the Maya. I'm not entirely sure what this card used to do, but regardless, that's what it does now. So if you use that card, there's your change.
Rip you.
Yucatan, which is a card that you can get at Yucatan. It used to make it so that the inspiring flag could be placed anywhere, regardless of town center location, and it would increase gather rates, I think by 20%, and now it's been reduced to 15%. So you used to get this card, and then plant your inspiring flag around all of your haciendas and your settlers working around them. And just get like
That's
a 20
awesome.
Just get like a 20% boost to your eco.
Can't do that anymore.
No. Which is crazy in combination with one of the other cards below that I saw. Amparo card, villager train speed reduced to 25% from 35. I don't think anybody ever sent that card, in all honesty. Especially since you can't even train settlers while you're in Yucatan. That's just for when you return.
Interesting.
Hannequin Industry. So this was the card that added 1 trickle of each resource per second to all of your haciendas, which is ridiculous. It's like adding 3 factories all at once. It has now been reduced to half, so now it's like 1 factory.
1.5 factories.
Yeah. Rio Grande. This is the other Revolt. I'm not actually familiar with anything it does because I don't think anybody's actually made any strats based around it.
Oh, it didn't change anything.
Yeah,
so.
But there's no changes except for the cost change that is standard across them. Now, funny enough, the Revolt to Maya remains unchanged, and it's 2,000 of each resource, so it is now officially, like, very obviously cheaper and easier to get to Maya than it is to Age 5 from Yucatan now, which I think is something of note. Texas Army card now properly arrives in 40 seconds, down from 60. I'm not sure what this card did. It's from the Age 5 Texas Revolt. Do you think you could find out what that card does for us, Jace?
Sure, we'll do that real quick. So I need to get to Age 4, is what you're saying?
Yeah. And then Revolt to Texas.
And then Revolt to Texas.
While he's doing that, the old 300 card apparently made it so that markets spawn settlers or something, but they nerfed this card by adding a build limit of 3 to markets for all civilizations. So this isn't
That's kind of unfortunate because I loved just spamming markets in skirmish games, or AI games, just to get XP so I could get my shipments.
The most efficient cost for build time for XP gain is actually the livestock pen. Fun fact.
Yeah,
it's 200 wood for 50 XP. It's great.
What is the card that I'm looking for again?
Texas Army.
Texas Army. Where is it?
You did Revolt to Texas, yes?
Yes, I am. Texas Marines, Texas Statehood, Texas Army. Enables the Imperial upgrades for your barracks units to be slowly researched for free.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. How much does that cost?
It's free.
It's a free oh, wow, that's crazy.
And it take 3 times as long.
Maya fixed a bug where Native Lore and Native Alliance cards were activated upon revolting. So native lore. Native lore makes all of your coin costs for upgrades disappear. Native alliance, I do believe this is the card that increases build limit and lowers cost of native units. So those cards are no longer automatically activated upon revolting, and this one hurts. The American Allies card has been removed from the deck. So this is how you could get either Carib or Zapotec were probably the two most common. Those have been that is no longer an option, so you're going to have to find new units for that. But here is the one that the Maya nerf that everybody wanted. Hulkin Javelineer build limit per card has been lowered to +2 instead of +1, starting at 10 instead of 23. So were you familiar with how the Maya Revolt works, Chase?
Not intimately.
Okay, so they have a Hulkin Javelineer unit that is a very solid Age 4 Musketeer, like, native type. And it didn't cost any population because it was a native unit, but it had a build limit of 23. And every time you sent a Maya card, its build limit would increase by 2. So after one card, you'd have 25. You could build 25 of them. After 2, you could build 27. And it would just go on infinitely. So after 2-hour games, you could have like 400 units.
Oh, that's so someone in our Discord did that.
Yeah. So now, instead of starting at 23, they start at 10, and instead of getting +2, they get +1. So you're gonna be seeing a lot less units coming from the ridiculous Maya bonus. It is.
I approve.
I approve as well. The Kuzov infantry ranged attack heavy cavalry multiplier reduced to 1.5 from 2.5. These are the skirmishers. Kuzov infantry speed reduced to 4 from 5. So just overall nerf to Kuzov infantry, which is good because they were really good skirmishers. Field hospitals can train Kuzov infantry instead of soldados with the Bustamante card. Kuzov Avengers now +2 range down from 3. Maya Architecture no longer buffs fort HP, so that was obviously, that's a card that's similar to Improved Buildings. It no longer affects fort HP, which is kind of sad because I really loved to spam forts as Maya. They had the coolest looking forts in the game by a mile.
Well, now you can't do that. Sorry.
Yeah, I know, it's lame.
And generally speaking, these are all pretty good changes. Like I can't be mad at really any of the changes because Mexico was pretty busted. The 7-minute. Literally, I saw someone do a 7-minute 13-second Age 4. They were in Age 4 by 7 minutes and 13 seconds, which I think is faster than pretty much every Civ can get to Age 3 without units, like naked.
Alright, so looking down, the rest of these are just map changes, so they're probably not too interesting to a lot of people, but I will just point out the stuff that I'm noticing personally. Hokkaido added an additional hunt for each player in 1v1. This one I actually really noticed because
that's the one with the
mountain in the middle,
volcano in the middle,
yeah, and then the 2 trains at the top and the water and below. Now, this is actually a good change for me because something I noticed is that your hunts in Hokkaido disappear really, really fast, like really fast.
You didn't have any.
And so having an extra one is definitely going to be a huge quality of life. Niger Delta fixed an issue that could cause some of the rivers to not spawn on the large version only. That's weird.
That is very weird.
Fixed an issue that would lead players not spawning in 4v4s. That's kind of funny to me. You have an 8-person game, and then it's just suddenly a 3v3, and there's nothing nobody can do about it.
We experienced that before.
Did you? I don't think I was with you.
We played. At least I've played multiple 4v4s where just all of a sudden, they wouldn't spawn in, and it would be a gray player 6 or player whatever.
Oh, that's the result of somebody leaving during the countdown.
You sure?
Yes, I've seen it be replicated multiple times.
Okay, so that isn't the same issue.
Yeah. Reduce the number of native settlements in the valley from 2 to 1 in 1 versus 1. Okay, whatever.
That allows things to be a little bit more competitive if you want to go for natives.
Yeah, I think this is more or less just saying, hey, Inca, fuck you, less natives.
Yeah, probably.
Let's see here. But yeah, other than that, there's not really a whole lot of changes here. However, this is something of note. In the previous month, they came out with a patch note that listed a couple changes for the United States. This was the patch where Mexico released. And there were like 15 fucking changes to United States that were huge and never went documented. I made a whole Reddit post about it where me and the community tried to find all of these changes, and some of them were really, really big. Things like the Californios from the Bear Flag Revolt changing into a completely different unit archetype. They went from revolutionaries to AoE dragoons. It's insane.
That is a fairly large change. And
there were like 15 of those, and so I'm willing to bet that there is a lot more to this patch that went undocumented, and so I'm going to try my best to find these changes and come out with another video very soon for you guys. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys next time.